bunch of bank minerals, looking in pretty good shape now, getting Immortals online, really getting his economy kicking in while he harasses the hell out of Moonglade's economy, looking like he's abandoning his proxy pylon position, possibly looking to go doing a little bit of Overlord sniping right now, as Moonglade is doing a sacrifice Overlord to try and pick up information. He's not going to see this robotics facility, so he's not going to get up too much information from this Overlord sacrifice here, as we do see these Stalkers come back, and I imagine that Nirvana is going to go in and deny this sacrifice Overlord, and we're just looking at this rally points. Oh, unfortunate for Nirvana, bit of a mistake there, throwing down Twilight Council and 2 gateways right as this Overlord sacrifice is coming in. Meanwhile, Moonglade does take the out-of-the-way third despite working on those destructible rocks. So, and a Templar Archive is going down in full sight of this Overlord. This is bad news. He needed to deny this Overlord with these Stalkers first and then throw down this tech, because Moonglade is going to see this. He's going to be able to adjust accordingly. So, and a few probes just doing nothing for Nirvana at this point. So, not liking this transition by Nirvana. He really should have at least made an attempt to disguise that tech as opposed to just being resigned to the fact that Moonglade is got an Overlord hanging out in your base. Templar Archives coming online now, so he will most likely be getting High Templars, you would assume, possibly even Archons, and just from Moonglade's point of view, he's getting this third base online, and he's going to need to spread all that creep, because it's just such an out-of-the-way base to defend, and looking like he may even treat it as a hidden expansion and just not defend it and hope it's not scouted. Looking like he picks off a nice, easy Zealot there, but this is bad news for Moonglade fighting in this position. Once again, one of these narrow chokes, the Hydra's balling up. Psystorm would be really nice right now. He'd be super vulnerable to it. Warping in a bunch of Zealots and effectively pincering him with that warp in. The Immortal went down, so that's bad. More Hydras reinforcing. Huge push coming in for Moonglade. That Immortal soaking up a bunch of shots, but the shield's starting to get weakened. Looking like a gateway's going to go down. Another big loss for Nirvana. He's got so many gateways down here. Still warping a bunch in, but another gateway goes down. These Hydras getting all these free shots on Nirvana's base. This is really bad news, and he's forced to flee. Needs to get more forces online because he cannot repel it right now. Although the Hydra is coming into range of the cannons, so looking like he's going to work on the cannon. One cannon going down, while a bunch of Zealots coming in. Looking like he's finally closing as that charge comes online. Really fortunate timing there for Nirvana. Makes all the difference as they close on those Hydras so quickly with charge, and he doesn't lose his range units. So despite losing his bunch of gateways there and forcing his units to flee, he does survive it just. More Hydras fleeing in now, but they're so slow. Look at them waddle across the line with those little slithery scales. But Nirvana is in much better shape right now. The 2 fresh Immortals, shield's nice, good shape, warping in a bunch more Zealots. We're just going to charge straight into the fray, and that charge is hugely going off. And High Templars are coming in, but they do not have the Kadarian Amulet upgrade. Psystorm coming on, and a Dark Shrine being thrown down for Nirvana here. Not sure if Moonglade is going to be on top of this. He did see all that tech thrown down under the face of his Overlord there, so I don't think he would suspect the Dark Shrine right now, but he does of course have that ability to warp an Overseer in as soon as he picks it up, so it'll be interesting to find out whether this Dark Templar investment is going to pay off for Moonglade. And we are seeing that more natural third being taken for Nirvana, so their bases are a lot closer to defend. You can just run your units up and down between these 2 expansions, whereas Moonglade has to run his units all the way from his main across to this hidden expansion, and the distance between these 2 expansions is actually not that much. So if Nirvana, which is one of the interesting dynamics of Xel'Naga Caverns, if Nirvana drags the fight more over here away from Moonglade's base, and then he can then split Moonglade's forces, force Moonglade to run between the 2, he can actually reinforce his own and filter units into Moonglade's expansion, especially if he gets one of those sneaky proxy pylons at the base of a cliff and warps units in on top of it. So a lot of potential problems for Moonglade right here, and we are seeing those Dark Templars coming out into this expansion, which is very far away. No Overlords in the proximity, so these Dark Templars are free to go to work. The closest Overlord is quite some distance away. He'd possibly need to warp an Overseer in over there. Looking like he's just going to flee, losing the Queen. Big loss there. 3 kills on one Dark Templar, 5 on the other. earning that meaningless rank of mentor. So looking like a big loss there for Moonglade, who now has a bunch of drones just sitting around hanging out, not doing anything. Really needs to send them to mining while he desperately gets that Overseer online. But these Dark Templars take out the hatchery, bunch of roaches warping in, and this finally this Overseer gets here. But now the run by the Dark Templars just ignoring the Overseer. These Hydras do not have an Overseer near them. This Dark Templar could have got a bunch of free shots, but just choosing to flee, doesn't want to get taken out. But right now, Moonglade is sitting on 2 bases against 3. Third coming online for Nirvana, and Nirvana is pulling ahead in the income. Massive harvester advantage, so he's going to be in really good shape economically, getting more gas online, and doing the forge upgrades while he pumps out more immortals to try and get rid of this roach nuisance. But a pretty decent Hydra roach ball coming out here for Moonglade, and he's now fighting at the base of a cliff. So this is another problem in this expansion. Psystorm's going off, forcing Glade to just flee. No GG, Glade just exits. Does not like that situation. Dark Templars just denying that expansion, realizing that this base can end up with those Psystorms, put him in a bad situation, and Glade just quits. Bit of a shock exit there. So Nirvana takes this game and really just used the map way to his advantage. So Moonglade goes down, shock exit there after losing his base. So bit of surprise by that ending, but that's a wrap.